Hi, this is Shawn Hawes, your special guest host for ReasonForRhymes.com and YourBlackWorld.com. We have on the line right now Reason for Rhymes' own personality, Vigalantee, the hip-hopologist. So you have a new song called The World of Hip Hop. Tell us, what was the inspiration behind this song?
Well, my inspiration was just to put out something to kind of answer what Lil Wayne had came out with. I felt that, I come from a time where, when you had something that you disagreed about, especially politically, as an MC, you spoke about that. At least my style of music, you speak about that. And I felt that Lil Wayne was very disrespectful, being that I was pretty much close to the Emmett Till Justice Campaign movement of, with album sites. So I decided that I wanted to answer that in a way, not only to address him, but to address how hip-hop itself is standing, the buffoonery and ignorance of the statement that he said on the song, and also the ignorance of Future, who act like it wasn't a big deal. And I think people need to know the history of that. So I felt that I had to say something, and that's what I did.
Okay, so you was talking about Future, and I noticed that Future, he came in defense of the song as well as of Lil Wayne, saying that the song was done, quote, with good intentions, and that the record was done from a good place, unquote. Do you think that our youth is losing their sense of identity as African Americans and as black people, based on what is going on in hip hop today?
I think so. I think so, because I don't think I think he was more, money chasing, I guess, because the song was a good song. He don't know the significance of it, and that's just ignorance. And ignorance is not necessarily a bad word. It's just you don't know, and I think that we got to let them know. And I think by speaking out on these things that he knows now, if he didn't know, for him to defend the song, that's just bad PR. Whoever his PR person is should have told him that, nah, you might want to dial that down. But see, that's like you said, but the state of our community and our people are such that people don't think that, they don't view us as a strong force, as if he had said something maybe about the gay movement, or said something about animals, or did something to animals, how Peter would have came or said something anti-Semitic, then, he would have been put in check. But towards our own people, we tend to have that indifferent, nonchalant attitude towards it. So it wasn't that sense of urgency, to really say, hey, you know what, maybe we shouldn't have did that. It would have been some simple word speech. Even if he didn't mean it, he could have at least said it. And it just lets you know the state of our younger artists right now, and really society. So it takes people like Boris of Your Black World and other people to, feel offended about it, and the Emmett Till family to do an open letter, which this guy still ain't really said nothing about, the situation, or even apologize as of yet.
Right, because he has been noticeably silent lately. And you talk about the family, and let me read you a quote from one of Emmett Till's cousins, Erica Gordon Taylor.
Okay.
That she said in a recent interview with Rap Radar in response to Lil Wayne's remix of that song. We found it dishonorable to his name and what his death has meant to us as a people and as a culture. It was offensive not only to us, but to our ancestors and to our women and to themselves as young black men. I just couldn't understand how you could compare the gateway of life to the brutality and punishment of death. And I feel as though they have no pride and no dignity as black men today. Now, do you think this quote could be said to be a good representation of where hip-hop is today, and also how it shows the lack of emotion and empathy that is present in the music as well? And what do you think we could do to combat this and bring hip-hop back to the way it used to be?
Yeah, what she said was dead on point. And the thing is that that's where we're at now, to where you can compare your sexual exploit to somebody's lynching. He may not have been hung, but somebody lynching that was taken out their house and a 14-year-old kid beat and thrown in the Tallahatchie River. I mean, and not have no sense of history is very disturbing. And to really have no remorse for your own people is that genocide mentality that the younger culture have, as well as, to me, the older culture, some of us. I think that us speaking out to that, more people speaking out, people wanted to kind of downplay it, saying that it's no big deal, Lil Wayne is an idiot, and this is so-and-so, but, he can be talked to, Future can be talked to, and for them to have to even speak out, when they've been speaking out to other people about trying to get the Emmett Till bill passed to continue get justice for other people that's been lynched in the Emmett Till 2 bill, they got to speak out on this rap thing, and then to have people basically say it really wasn't a big deal is very disturbing, and hip-hop knows better. But one thing hip-hop have been able to do is to put people in check, and it's always come back. True hip-hop always come back to the forefront. I just think that some of our artists who represent consciousness don't speak out like they used to. I don't know if they in bed with the labels or in bed with certain people, want to be friends. In that song that I put out, I said that the bully with fullies are making the revolution step back, because it's like the gangster persona, and it's not all gangster rappers, but the persona of the thug mentality, or I don't care mentality, rock mentality, swag mentality, it's like pushing the righteous or the conscious movement back to where we don't even speak out against these people at all. Back in the days, you would have had all kinds of rap people respond. Now, Pitbull responded to Lil Wayne, but Lil Wayne would rather apologize to LeBron James about what he said, and diss Chris Bosh's wife, then just make even a statement about what he said about Emmett Till. So they let you know what the state, where we at. But see, hip-hop can always get you back in check. But really, Shawn, it's the people. The people have to understand that long as we're buying Wayne and not making him at least show respect towards history, then he can continue to be indifferent about it, because he don't really need our money to do anything, because we're not going to boycott Wayne. A lot of people are not, so you're in a situation, a quagmire where, what do you do? But say what you say, and if he don't care, we let the next artist know that we're not going for that. You got a right to your First Amendment, but you're going to show respect, because if somebody had to say a John Benet Ramsey or something like that, you would have had problems. So we got to start being a problem to our people or anybody that's dissing, history. We got to make that a problem that you may hesitate the next time you do it.
Right. Oh, boy, I tell you. Well, it was wonderful talking with you and getting all of your input, and I really appreciate you taking the time. And could you tell us how we can reach you and get your music?
Yeah, definitely. You can get my music at you can go to vigilante@gmail.com, or you can go to iTunes and type in Vigalantee, Vigilante. That's how I spell Vigilante. A lot of people spell it the correct way, so they kind of don't find me. Or you also can go to at Twitter, Vigilante at Twitter. So it's Vigalantee, Twitter. Also Facebook under Roger Suggs, in quotations, Vigilante. And, Google me or check me out on Reason for Rhymes or Your Black World. So you can catch me there. And the last statement I like to give to people is that it's the people who can make a change in hip-hop. It's the people that can at least make it a balance in hip-hop, where we're feeding our future kids something more than just club, swag, and money, because we are losing a lot of people to ignorance. You just check out Chicago. You check out the young. Until we take a stand like we did before, we will continue to get worse, and we'll lose a generation of young people that could be productive here. So I thank you, Shawn, for having me on, sister.
No problem. Thank you. And again, this is Shawn Hawes for ReasonForRhymes.com and YourBlackWorld.com. Thank you for joining us.